So I am going to be going through the top 10 oils. Now these are the basis of 4 or 5 even different starter kits. So the first one is the Family Essentials kit. Now the Family Essentials is the top 10 oils, but they come in a 5 milliliter bottle. So they look like this, and they have about 80 to 85 drops in them. The standard size for most of the oils, or some of the most common size, is the 15 milliliter bottle. So they have 250 drops. Obviously you've got like 3 times the amount of oil in those. So the Family Essentials is the 5 milliliter bottles. Plus you have some fractionated coconut oil. So all these kits have some fractionated coconut oil. That's just a liquid coconut oil that means that it just work really beautifully with the essential oils to really for high absorption into the body for the most effective use. It's always liquid, so it never goes like hard like your cooking oil, so you can make spritzers and rollers and it doesn't go all clunky or anything like that. So that comes in the kit as well. With the Family Essentials kit with the 5 ml bottles, you also get a Smart and Sassy. So it's a 15 ml bottle, and that's like your bonus like little gift with that on top of the top 10 as well. So this is good for metabolism and cravings, and helping if you're eating well and exercising and doing all the things for the most active healthy lifestyle. The Smart and Sassy is going to support all of those. So that's the Family Essentials kit. So that's how that fits into the top 10. The Home Essentials kit is the same, but it is the 15 ml bottle. So you're getting 3 times the amount, plus you get a diffuser as well. So that it is a beautiful diffuser. It covers about 30 square meters. You can have it on, I think it's 2, 6 and 12 hour, depending on what setting that you use. So that's a really beautiful thing to have that with that. So it's the same 10 oils, but that's how it's different. So you can see how these 10 are like literally like the foundation of a lot of the starter kits, and that's because they're so versatile. And personally, like that's how I started, and it's how I would say 90% of people get started, because you're going to see the maximum impact if you get any of these kits that have the top 10. And you're going to be able to do first aid, cleaning, you're going to help with digestion and breathing and sleeping and calming. You'll be able to diffuse them to create that nice calm atmosphere in the home. Yeah, your digestion and gut, all skincare, and then all your wrigglies like worms and warts and nits and all those sorts of like normal family things as well. Got like all your winter, keeping really well and supported through winter. If you want maximum impact, I really do recommend getting one of the kits that's going to have these 10 oils. So I'm going to run through the top 10. I can't tell you everything about them because there's just too much. There's literally hundreds of things that you can do with these. So with lemon is one that we use a lot of because I use it for all my cleaning. I make all my cleaning products with it. So it is really fantastic at cutting through grease, breaking down petrochemicals, and I'm going to give you an example of that. So I have some polystyrene here. Polystyrene is obviously like a synthetic material. So if I put a couple of drops of oil on there, you're going to see that's actually going to eat away. So I'll hold that in front of the camera just so you can see that. Now if I put lemon oil on my hand, it doesn't eat me away because I'm a natural organic substance, and so it recognizes those synthetic materials, and that's where I have a drop in my water each day. Any citrus oils particularly are very good at just cleansing out anything that shouldn't be in there. So I don't know if you can see that because I've got bright lights shining on it, but it's literally eating a hole into that just within a few seconds. So that will continue to eat away. I'll put it down, otherwise my arm will get tired, but I'll show it to you at the end as well so you can see that. So making cleaning products is really good, and then having it in my drinking water as well. And I love that it's safe enough to drink but powerful enough to clean everything. I love that, and I can use it for say cleaning my chopping board, which I'm then putting food on top of, but it's it's doing all the powerful cleaning. So we know things like lemon and peppermint and lavender say they are one particular thing. So lemon's obviously like a fruit, they get the oil from the peel. But doTERRA also create blends. Now blends are where there's a number of different oils. They're still pure oil, but it's they're blended together for a specific need. So there might be a few different oils that all help, they're all calm and relax. So we'll put them in a bottle and then they sort of make a calming and relaxing blend so that it's really extra supportive to those body systems. So they're generally targeted at a specific need. So I'm going to talk about DigestZen. So you can imagine DigestZen is good for the digestive system. So it's got all those things in: peppermint, ginger, fennel, caraway, tarragon, and everything that we know is really supportive to the digestive system. We can use this in the 3 ways that we use essential oils. So aromatically, breathing in, topically, putting on our skin, but we always dilute in the coconut oil for safety, and internally. So not every oil you can take internally. just like we can't eat every plant in nature, so it will say on the bottle, but we can use this one in all 3 ways. But my top 2 favorite ways, number 1 is actually just smelling it from the bottle, because when I'm in a car and I've maybe potentially got somebody driving, and I'm not going to dob Anthony in because he's an excellent driver, but there are other people that I know that maybe they kind of put on and off the gas pedal, like, and it just sometimes makes my tummy feel a little bit nauseous. And so just literally breathing from the bottle, I'm not even using any of the oil, like it's just the aromatic molecules that are escaping out of the top, and that's enough to actually help my tummy feel calm. And my second favorite way, or one of my second favorite ways to use it, is if I have eaten too much or eaten the wrong things, or maybe eaten out in a restaurant and they've used, like, you know, different things that I'm used to eating, and I just feel really bloated, or not, you know, my tummy just doesn't feel myself, then I can either just have a drop in a little veggie cap or in water, or just roll it in on my tummy with the coconut oil, and it just absolutely instant. It helps me feel just amazing straight away. It just takes away all that those icky feelings. So that's yeah, we teach you all how to make all those things and do those things as well. Then we have lavender. So I wasn't really much of a fan of lavender before doTERRA, because it was kind of just smelled gross, and it actually gave me headaches, and it sort of reminded me of the underwear drawer liners that I used to be given as a child, and I didn't really like it. But the doTERRA lavender is very different. The way they distill these and the processing they go through is very different. So with in a lot of other companies, they'll just chop the whole lavender bush down, fill up the distiller with all the bushes, and they'll still produce 100% pure essential oil, but the oil that comes from all the different parts aren't really the therapeutic qualities that we're looking for, whereas doTERRA will pull off all the individual buds where the real therapeutic lavender essential oil is, and the whole big vat, the whole distiller is just full of these tiny buds. So the quality of the oil that you get is so different, and it smells so different, and I absolutely love it. So anything soothing and relaxing, I have literally a list of 10 things here, and I haven't picked which 2 I'm going to say yet, but I think I'm going to go with so yeah, I'll go with sleeping, so just helping the body feel calm and relaxed for bedtime. Not necessarily even me, but on the children is always handy. And then, so whether making, yeah, like a pillow spray or linen spray, or I actually put it on dryable when I'm doing my sheets, so that all the sheets just smell like that. And then the second one is our after sun spray. So if we've spent too much time in the sun, just calming down the skin, really beautiful, and there's often mozzies and things around as well, so just anything that's calming is great. Then we've got frankincense. So if in doubt, pull Frank out. King of oils does like everything, so if you had to just have one oil, this would be the one. My top favorite ways to use it are I love using it as my face serum. So I just have frankincense and the liquid coconut oil as my face serum. It's used in a lot of anti-wrinkle products and anti-aging products and that sort of thing. So I love it. I love using it on my skin. I love how it makes me feel. I love how it makes my skin feel, but then it impacts me emotionally as well. And I do love it. And then I use it to make my flu bomb or my winter bomb. So we make that if we're feeling unwell. We put frankincense, lemon, on guard, oregano, and tea tree, and I'll add some thyme in there usually as well. So 5 of those oils are all in this top 10 oils, so you can make these things to just support your system through those winter months as well. So love that one. Then we have Easy Air, which is also known as Air in Europe, and Breathe in the US, so you might see that, but that's Easy Air. You can imagine it's to support the airways. So my top 2 ways to use this one are on Anthony before he goes to sleep, so that he doesn't keep me awake, because if he's breathing better, then I sleep better. So that is my very favorite way. But another way would be if and the kids were struggling with, you know, just breathing properly at night time. It's a beautiful one to either diffuse or just dilute and put on their chest or feet at night time. So that's one we can't take internally, so we would only use it aromatically or topically. Then we have oregano. So this is antimicrobial, and it's just an absolute powerhouse. So very hot oil. It can be taken internally, but it's very hot. So we use it for warts and worms and all the gross things, but basically it just kills off all those sorts of things. So that would be the sort of gross but very powerful way we use this oil. And my second favorite oil will be something very different, which is actually to use it in our food. So bolognese or pizza sauce or that sort of thing. Absolutely brilliant. Just one drop and it will absolutely, it just explodes the flavor. Amazing. Then tea tree is our antibacterial oil. There's a lot of antibacterial oils, but this one, my top two would be, well, yeah, doing like the shoes, like my shoes and mattresses. So just getting some bicarb, putting some drops of tea tree in, and just sprinkling it over the mattresses or into the shoes, and then you vacuum it up and it just kills off everything in there. So that's great. And also the Wrigley's, the knits, that would be a really good way to use it. And I also trying to stick to two, trying to be really good. But I do always put tea tree in my cleaning wipes that I make all the time. Then we have Ice Blue, which is known as Deep Blue. This is a blend, so amazing for pain. This always comes in a 5 ml bottle, so even with that Home Essentials kit, which is all the 15 ml bottles, this one, it's the only one, but this does come in a 5 ml bottle because they have some very precious oils and hairs and they don't make it in the bigger bottle. So it smells like Deep Heat basically, but instead of being a synthetic based thing, it's all pure unadulterated oils with all the complex chemistry that comes with that, without just taking one little element and then making a synthetic product from it. It has everything in there from a number of different oils, and they actually support the body in that healing process. So we use this, well, we use it daily in our home or in our van, because Anthony has a bone on bone in his knee, and he uses this to support him, and we go on hikes and we do all the normal things that we shouldn't probably be able to do with him in that state, because he uses this every day. And my way for using it is, well, sometimes if I wake up with a sore neck or a sore shoulder, it's nice to have a massage. I'll often combine this with another one, the massage blend, but I actually use it for period pain as well. So I'll dilute it and either just rub it over my back or over my belly, together with another oil, but keeping it to these 10. Then we have On Guard. So On Guard is a little bit of a sciencey oil. It's a blend, and it's the protection blend, so it's one we would definitely use through winter or through 2020 or through any time that we're feeling under any threat. So it's a combination of wild orange, cinnamon, eucalyptus, rosemary and clove, and it's a very powerful combination to support our body. So we personally choose to opt away from the sanitizers that are at the entry to like every store, because they're actually full of triclosan and like and alcohols and all sorts of nasty things that actually, when you look at what those ingredients cause, I definitely don't want to be putting them on myself, and I definitely don't want to be putting them on my children. And so for me to have an option where I can make my own, that is a very, very powerful substitute for using those products, and it's completely natural, and I could even lick my hand and it's completely safe. And again, I could clean my chopping board, and the results of this, if you look actually on PubMed and look at some of the studies that have been done, it's actually absolutely mind-blowing. So one of the oils in here is clove, which is the world's most powerful antioxidant, which is basically what kills off free radicals in the body or absorbs them to bring back stability in the body if we're starting to feel unwell or just under oxidative stress, which we can get from all sorts of things. But we teach you all about how it works and how they work on a cellular level. But my main tips are, well, yeah, you can make your own hand mist, and you can with something that we'll put on our bodies, on our feet and on our spine if we feel like we're under any threat, or around other people that have sniffles and that kind of thing. Then we have the final one is peppermint. So peppermint is probably the most versatile, so to only be able to say two things is very difficult. We have one in the car, we have one on the bedside table, we have one in the kitchen, they're just everywhere. There's one in my pocket. So absolutely just can't say enough about this oil. But if I have to pick two, what did I circle? Well, I said for sinuses, so if there's any blocked sinus, I love just doing elixir. Drop on the thumb, push to the roof of the mouth, and it just clears me out if I have any sniffles. Anthony also does this actually before bed, just to help with that breathing. And most people wouldn't do it before bed because it's quite an awakening oil, but it works for him and for us. And then the other way I like to use it, if I have a little bit of a headache, I can just dilute it in some coconut oil, rub it on the back of my neck, behind my ears. I tend to put it actually along my sort of hairline here. If you put it sort of where your temples are, which is where I always sort of traditionally thought you put things for headaches, if you're smiling, it can actually sort of go down into your eyes, and it can be quite brutal to the eyes. So trying to keep away from those areas, but I find that works really, really beautifully. So that would be one of very, very, very many ways that I use peppermint.